Today is Friday, November 15th, and this is your forecast for the central United States, which means, of course, it is time for the weekend. Saturday, Sunday coming up, and well, we got some things to talk about. Let's show you the map this morning, and for most of us, actually, it is dry this morning. We have a very large area of high pressure, but the type of temperatures you're experiencing really depends on which side of it you're on. If you're on the cool side, which is the front side, the air pouring in out of the north, pretty cool all the way down to the deep south. We have mild air, though, surging northward across the plain states and all the way up into the Midwest. And yes, it's dry for now, but we got this area of low pressure that's coming in from the west that will bring some wet weather, especially for areas west of the Mississippi this weekend. Lots of clouds still lingering around, though, throughout the Great Lakes today. There's a cool flow across the lakes. There's a front that's just off to our southeast, so that's going to result in highs in the low to mid 50s, but this is pretty close to normal, if not a degree or two above normal. It's cooler, though, down to the south along the Ohio Valley, 57 in Cincinnati and Louisville, 60 for you in Nashville and over there toward Memphis, and shy of 60 over there in St. Louis. It's going to remain pretty cool in the 7-day forecast, but definitely not cold. We can get some pretty decent cold snaps at this time of the year in the Midwest and throughout the Great Lakes region. That's not going to happen. What we're looking at here for the next several days is temperatures that are pretty close to normal for this time of the year. 57 today in Washington, D.C. with some showers possible. There's a front right about there. Coastal low moving offshore, so it's drying out in Wilmington, but we got strong winds and a little bit of coastal flooding going on there. 60s for highs, so it is cool for Charlotte, Charleston, Savannah, over there to Atlanta, just 62 today. 80, though, down in Florida and Tampa. 70 in New Orleans, and 71 degrees, your high over there in Dallas. So temperatures will be climbing into the upper 60s going into early next week. We're looking at a high by Wednesday in the low 70s, but it's not really warm. It's also not really cold. So temperatures kind of staying within margin there of the normal for this time of the year. 85 will be your high today in Fort Lauderdale. Not a bad day at all. It'll turn a bit windy, though, later on tonight as a front passes through southern Florida. That will result in cooler temperatures over the weekend, a high near 80 with some breezy conditions both Saturday and Sunday, but we'll get back into the 80s as we head into next week. All right, that is your Friday morning weather update, which means it's time for the weekend. I hope it's a terrific one for you. And remember that as long as you want there to be, there will always be a 100% chance of good things.